Yo, check out this clip from the pre-patch podcast.
I
The
am so happy that the Star Wars license was made like available to
oh,
all because it was locked there for a while. So I'm glad that we're actually seeing a lot of different developers and stuff being able to put out
Sure, why not?
things
We'll play a
in the Star
PlayStation.
Wars universe.
Play a PlayStation game on the Xbox Showcase. Why not?
oh,
Yeah,
so it's not an exclusive though.
it's this. I don't think this one's exclusive.
This one's
no.
not.
This one
Alrighty.
is
Yeah.
on both platforms and PC, if I remember correctly. Steam.
This
Gotcha.
this one looks decent.
It
I'm
does look
pretty
good.
excited about this one.
I was kind of curious what their what their inspiration was going for it. Like, were they trying to go more down the route of like a Han Solo, or were they trying to go more down the route of like Mandalorian, right? Because
Right.
it kind of reminds me of both of them, but also neither of them, right?
I mean, they both fall under the outlaw
This character
mindset.
itself reminds me very heavily of like a female Han Solo, which is not a bad thing. It's a good
Yeah.
thing in my opinion. I know that a lot of people have been kind of up in arms that it's a female protagonist. Get the fuck over it. It's
That's not
Yeah.
a big deal. Like we've had Laura Croft for years.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
understand it, man. It makes no sense to me.
She
But
even does the wrist flick after she punches like Han does.
Oh, like the shake.
yeah.
yeah. So this, if I remember correctly, this was a decent. It was like a 10-minute long, a 10-minute long gameplay
Yeah, and
trailer.
it looks really
And it looks really
solid.
good. I was
Who's the
impressed.
developers on this one?
This is Ubisoft, I think.
Oh, it was you're
Ubisoft
right.
Montreal, I believe,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
The thing that was interesting about this is it's bending a lot of genres, and I hope it's not a case of they're dipping their toes into too many things and not able to like truly excel.
You think it'll be that
Because
way?
it has this like Ubisoft Assassin's Creed feel here.
It does,
But then it
yeah.
goes into like the Uncharted third person shooting later. It's
And it goes
Um,
into like space flight and space combat down later on down the road as
Right.
well, which I found was
you
kind
know
of
what this sneaking reminds me of? Golem, actually. I think I'm getting some Golem.
it's Golem.
Good
Let's go. They got to talk about the breeding dens after this. Yeah, it definitely this part right here reminded me pretty heavily of like Assassin's Creed, like you said. It was interesting to see like the speeder combats, which was kind of weird. It was like I don't know, it reminded me very heavily of like I'm blanking on the name. What's that movie that you've been posting recently with the clown?
Oh God, Twisted
Oh,
Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted.
Yeah.
It reminded me.
It's a show. It's the show, but yeah.
It reminded me heavily of like the
Oh.
Twisted Metal combat,
Don't
just on
even get me
speeders
started on
almost. And then again,
Yeah.
it had like a space combat, which the space combat looks like ass. I'm sorry, it looks like ass. It's terrible. Let me see if I can actually find the segment where she's in space, because it is janky as fuck, and like the spaceship looks like it handles like a brick.
Okay.
Like
I was about to say, which is
Like a
weird considering
brick.
Star Wars Squadron's a thing, but
Yeah.
Star Wars Squadron was EA,
it was
not
EA,
Ubisoft. So.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
I heard that game was pretty solid too.
I don't
is.
think
It's a really
that's-
solid space shooter.
I don't think that
Yeah.
Ubisoft has ever really done space, have they?
No.
I don't think so either.
Oh, I guess not. Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't see like your ship drives like a fucking brick, man. And granted,
Yeah.
I get it. It looks like a brick. Like honestly, your ship
It
looks like a
does.
brick with rockets strapped onto it.
The
Like,
perspective does not help and doesn't do it any justice either.
Yeah.
there's
So-
one section in here where she does like a barrel roll, and it just
This-
looks terrible.
This is like
Right here, right? It
like-
just looks terrible, dude. Like I don't know what the fuck they were. They could have done such better animation. on that.
This
looks
is
like
like
PS2
Kingdom Hearts.
ratcheting
Kind of.
Clank.
Yeah, kind of.
Or that. I was gonna say the Kingdom Hearts, the gummy,
ships, yeah.
the gummy ships.
Kind of, yeah. Honestly, to an extent, 100%. It's I don't know. I think that I'm really hoping that they put a little
Not
bit
their
more
high
work.
point.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that they put a little bit more work into the
Listen,
animation for space, because it looks good. Like the actual space looks great. Like this whole
Yeah.
thing looks amazing, but the
The
ship
visuals, yeah,
combat
very nice.
does not
Well,
look great.
considering we've got Starfield that kind of is leading that front, it's hard to compete, I think. And I think the bar being set that high by Starfield space based stuff. is
They
going to
know
make
what
this
they're
look
doing,
worse than
man.
what it is.
I don't doubt
They know
that,
what they're
yeah.
doing with this little creature. I'm
They
in
do.
love with him already.
100%. This is going to
It's
be
like
the
a little
Grogu.
furry axolotl.
Yep.
How do you say that? How do you say
Axolotl.
Axolotl. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to
love
be
it.
this game's Grogu, essentially the baby Yoda of this game for sure.
Yeah.
And I love
the
him.
movie one was the R2D2, the soccer ball
Yeah.
R2D2. You got Grogu, and now you got this little
Soccer
axolotl
ball.
motherfucker.
I called him roly poly the other day, so we're
So
not far off.
it's interesting to see. I'm really glad that EA does not have, like you said before, does not have its just claws in the Star Wars franchise anymore, because they were doing absolutely dick all with the Star Wars franchise, and it was
Right.
showing.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that
Yeah.
the ability to make more games, we're starting to see these other companies that are starting to push out
2024.
2024. Yep. So
Yep. It's
if
a
you're
pretty common theme.
this is the combat for the it's just
The
like
scooter,
it does like a Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption thing too. It's so fucking weird, man. I don't
the
know.
bullet time.
Yeah, it's just like they pulled. We talked about it last on the last episode. I don't know why this is not going to 4K. Probably
Looks
shouldn't
good
have
though.
that.
It looks.
does look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives me like a Days Gone style motorcycle.
For sure. So that's it. If you're into Star Wars, looking forward to this. It's I think it's an open world. I don't think it's like an
You
on
sure?
rails or anything like. I'm pretty sure it's an open world. Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it looked like a bit on rails to me, but maybe I could be wrong.
I'm like 90.
It looks zoned. That's all. It looks zoned.
I'm like 90% sure it's an
I mean,
open
I think
world.
it will be zoned, like the planets being said
That's
zones.
what I mean. Yeah.
You might be locked from specific
like an
planets
outer,
until
like an
later.
Outer Worlds. That's how Outer
Maybe.
Worlds did it.
Yeah.
So
To an extent.
semi-open world.
I don't think we've seen too much on the actual like traversal and everything like that. Like we saw a little bit of space flights. I'm pretty sure it's seamless, but I could be wrong. That might be like a cutscene of her going into space and then taking off.
Hidden load screen.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting.
likely, but yeah.
It's good. It's Star Wars. Glad to see that we're getting more Star Wars games. So
I hope you enjoyed this small selection from the Pre-Patch podcast. And if you want to catch us live, we do this every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, both on YouTube and Twitch. So don't forget to like and subscribe. We are also available to listen to at anchor.fm/Pre-Patch podcast or wherever podcasts are listened to. Much love.